we're live. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually terrible at intros. It was so funny when we did that podcast. We are live, by the way. When we did that podcast with Austin, I was like, we talked for like 5 minutes. I was like, oh, intros. I was like, hey, I'm Dude Lives. This is Austin. All right, cool. Let's get back to it. Like, it was just funny.
Yeah.
But welcome everybody. This is Scroll With Me, episode 29. We are on the precipice of episode 30. It's so close. We can almost taste it. But this is the second episode ever with a guest, and we have Pawky from Doodles. It's so wild to say Pawky from Doodles, by the
Crazy.
way, like introducing you that way. But dude, welcome, man. Glad you could be here.
Dude, I'm glad to be here, man. Because dude, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I got a little taste test of Scroll With Me before it was even a thing. When we were able to talk about it in Toronto, you pitched the idea. You're like, would this bang or am I like crazy? And all of us were like, nah, that's sick, bro. You need to run that. So,
dude, that's so fun. That's so funny that you say that, because like I'll tell people, because they'll be like, oh, dude, I like the Scroll With Me, which is so weird just to hear in general. But I'll be like, yeah, I told some people, and like they may be people who don't know you or whatever. But it's funny, yes, like for anybody wondering, Pawky and Kat are those people. I like had this dumb idea. We're up in Toronto, and I was like, I got this idea, but it's pretty fucking dumb. Like, should I? And then you guys pushed me over the edge. That'd be worth trying at least, and now we're here almost 30 episodes later.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth, bro. I think it's also cool too. What up, Etan? My guys in here. I think it's cool too, just because it's like, I don't know, spaces are like a little bit difficult and sometimes can be like overly thematic, right? And like if you start a doodle space with a bunch of doodle holders, inevitably you're gonna talk about doodles, right? But like I think like this is cool just because it's like it's a spice of life. You also are someone who just has like a wide reach within Web3. You're in Doodles. You're obviously like working for Flow. Like you're active in the Solana ecosystem. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like I'm excited for this. I feel like we're going to get a good array of content here.
Dude, I'm interested to see, I always feel like I'm keeping people from scrolling. We got Poppy in the chat. Love you both. Love you too, Poppy. Appreciate you. Yeah, for anybody, actually, if this is your first time watching, or if you watched before, we are watching the chat. So like, say what's up, say GM. It's always GM somewhere. We'd love to say what's up, and because we can't see you watching. We see there's 20 people watching, but who
are the 20? Exactly.
Who are the chosen, But we were talking, Pocky and I were talking, ETH is up 20% of the day. I think Bitcoin's over 100K. So like, we'll see if the timeline, if it's lagging behind, if it's reflective. Should we just jump in? Should we scroll with us?
Bro, scroll with us. Let's get into it, man.
All right, let's hit it with a little refresh.
I would just say, if the timeline is not euphoric with dude dropping tomorrow, Bitcoin's back over 100K, ETH is ripping, we might need to do some deeper. There it is. There you go.
The timeline provides.
It give us, and it only give us more. It never take us.
The timeline does not take it away. It's true. It's true. The timeline only giveth. What it giveth is the question, right? That is a questionable thing. What it giveth, but this is I love how. Okay, can we discuss how Roops is actually secretly incredible at like graphic design?
Bro. Like, I don't know if this is a skill set he just stumbled into because of Doodles, or if he has a background in it, but his ability to just like, something will be posted and like 3 minutes later you'll see fucking Roops with his hat and mustache dead center in it. It's like, all right, that guy's sick. He's like
Kuya has an aesthetic, right? Like, what Kuya is going to do when he gets his hands on a meme.
Yeah.
But then Roops is always going to like somehow, like pre AI. That's just how we know this. Like he's been doing it. He's been doing it. But yes, so shout out to Roops. Let's keep going here. So we got Glenn from Alchemy at the Franklin Templeton building here. What is this here? Oh yeah, dude, new Pope.
New Pope. Shout out. What's it? Is it Theo?
Shout out to Pope Leo the 14th.
Oh, Leo. Okay, Leo. Hell yeah, dude. Bro. Also, can we talk about how sick that like whole tradition is, where like it's like, how do you know like if a new pope has been elected? It's like, dude, check the sky, new pope just dropped. Like, it's like, dude, it's so sick. Like, it seems so cool, bro. Like the fact that like, I don't know, I don't know. It seems very almost like kind of cultish, and it makes me like it that much more because I'm just imagining like 100 days of black smoke leaving the chimney, and finally white smoke comes out, and everyone's like rejoicing, like, oh yes. So of the tradition, it's sick. I didn't know
this seagull is getting it. Who knew they had seagulls in Vatican City? Dude, okay, so I know the new pup's from Chicago, which someone posted like, "Oh, I wonder if the new pope is a Geno's or Pats fans," which I realize like that's Philly, but it's still a banger tweet for sure. The fact that the American pope could have a cheesesteak preference. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro. Just
We got
imagine
some
that guy ripping some McDonald's on the way to something important, you know what I
dude.
mean? This red, white, and blue-blooded Pope. It's amazing.
You know he's eating McDonald's. You know he's done it.
Exactly.
Oh, we got someone here saying
That dude
posting the
allocation.
allocation.
Let's go. Well, what'd you end up walking away with, bro? Have you tweeted that or have you talked about it? I'm not gonna make you dox your bag if you haven't, but
No,
I'm
no,
curious.
no. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I'm an emotional whale. You know what I'm saying? Got the single dude. But I think last time I checked, it was like, but I checked right after I bought some dupes, so it was like 513 or something like that. Because I had 496, and I was like, for some reason, my dignity, I needed half a milli to like
Yes,
respect myself. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Um, so I got some dupes. So we'll see.
Understandable. Oh yeah, dude.
Do you delete your tweet if you get no traction? Oh, this is a meta question on Scroll with Me reading tweets. So I'll take it to you first. Do you delete your tweets if you get no traction?
Not really. I think for a while, I think I did at one point where it was just like, oh, that wasn't really banger. I guess it didn't hit. But I've just like gotten to the point where it's just like, fucking rip it, dude. Like just run it on the timeline. You know what I mean? And so I did for like a short period of time, but after a while, I was like, this is silly. Just let it run. You know what I mean? What about you?
Dude, no, I don't know if I've ever deleted a tweet because it's gotten no traction. It's just like not instinctual for me. So yeah, my timeline is a graveyard of like one like tweets. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro, if you don't have the one like
just
tweets, you can't appreciate the 1,000 like tweets. You know what I'm saying?
you you're not even tweeting. You know what I mean? If you're not getting 4 likes on your tweet, you're not even tweeting, dude.
No,
Let's be real.
not a real tweeter.
Ooh, Doomer said I did for the first time today. Wow, exposed.
Let's
Exposed.
go, bro.
Now I want to know what that tweet is, right?
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Now I'm curious.
There's no better
Also,
feeling than
I love
oh
the
good.
basketball like association that has like consistently popped up within the Doodles community. Like I was doing, I think it was with the first community council. I whipped up like a picture of like the dream team or whatever, and photoshopped all the council members' face onto like the basketball dream team or whatever. And I feel like it's just like continued and like not. I'm not saying that I started it, but just like this Doodles and basketball is tight to see as much as we see it. I feel like.
Dude, I know I'll give you the credit where credit's due. You were the first one that I saw do it, and it's continued on, so I respect it.
Dude, let's go.
Spencer exposing himself, done it multiple times, guilty. We got a bunch of tweet deletors. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude,
Stand on business, guys. Come on. It's time to
dude,
let the world know your real brain.
it's like, dude, when you get that notification, you're like, ooh, and then you click in, it's like, there's nothing to see here. You're like, someone may or may not have cooked here.
Yeah,
Maybe too
exactly.
hard. Maybe too hard.
Oh,
Let's see, what does OSF have to say? Many coins still down 60 to 70% from highs, some even more. A lot of whales and cabals have been accumulating. Don't underestimate how far people will try to send things here. You heard it.
that's a banger, bro.
You heard it from
That's such
OSF.
bro. It's a banger too because I feel like the bags that are the most faded are like the bags that are like ignored. Like because the thing for me, like I think Ethereum is like a good example of this, where it's like I feel like all of us know Ethereum should not be at $2,000, but it's just had this like price stagnation for so long to where like it's far overdue. And I feel like when it does rip, it's gonna be gnarly. Just because I think there's like a lot of people who continuously like ETH is where I live and die. You know what I mean? And so I think ETH will have his moment. A lot of these other tokens will as well when we kick back into gear.
Yeah, it is interesting with ETH because I was chatting with somebody about it. Because there is a real thing, and I'm not going to act like I'm smart enough to do this at all, but like you can essentially crunch the numbers to figure out like how valuable a token needs to be to secure your network, right? Because that's what ETH is a security token. Right? It's like how valuable does it need to be to incentivize people to run nodes and then
Yeah.
like make some just profit essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then like everything above that, it's kind of like cultural, like mode, like a bunch of other stuff. So I'm curious if anyone's crunched that number. Like I'm sure they have. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I'd be curious as well.
we've got the king here.
Dude, he's
This is some
so
fresh flog artwork.
dude. I love Grua. I think, dude, I love him for multiple reasons. I think that like he has a phenomenal understanding of just like culture and like Web3 and all of that. and how to run like a project clearly, like with Fwog. He's done like a really great job with that. But beyond that, the art is just so fucking cool. Like consistently, I look at Fwog stuff and like there's not a time where I just like scroll by it. Like every single time, it's a stop and check it out for me. You know what I mean? So shout out Gruwa, dude. He's awesome.
All right,
Also,
stalking the
Yuga
timeline.
scooping him up is sick.
Wait, say that last part again.
Yuga scooping him up, and making him like an employee and
Huge.
like it's so cool, dude. I'm such a fan of it.
Huge. Dude, such a fan, dude. Now, I ordered his plushie like a week or two ago. Have you seen that yet?
Dude, I saw it and I immediately, like, first thing I did when I saw it is like I screenshot it and sent it around and I was like, this is amazing. I need one. Haven't done it yet. I need to. I'm overdue for it.
Had,
But I'm
had like a
very
2 or 3 month pre-order, which is the first time I saw it. I was like, nah. And then later I was like, all right, fine.
yeah. I'll bite the bullet. Whatever. You got me.
Dude, Clouded says nobody say a single motherfucking thing, bro. Business as usual. Keep it cool.
Dude,
Nobody
Clouded is
move. Dude, I
oh,
just met Clouded in Dubai.
oh yeah,
Like,
you were saying that.
dude,
Oh, it's awesome.
oh,
Somebody was
maybe so I saw yeah, so I was at the Rug Radio party and like this dude comes up and he goes like, or like he was like, hey, what's up, man? I was like, hey, what's up? And they just looks at me, he's like, I'm Clouded. And I was like, ah!
Dude, that's always the best, especially when it's like because that element always exists in any Web3 events where it's like, hey, what imaginary barn animal and username do you go by? It's just like so when you finally are able to meet him in person, especially like someone like Clouded who's like was in Doodles a while back. He kind of made his own path and went some different ways, but like see, I still love the guy. So seeing and running into him after like not probably crossing paths for a minute, I bet was like really cool.
Oh, it was super, super fun. And we were both being such nerds. We were like on the dance floor at the Rug Radio party. And I was like, so like, how do you think about scaling Ethereum L1? Like, do you think that like is the L2 roadmap still good? Like, and Clouded
Bro,
was like, ETH is money, bro. It's the only thing that we're just shouting at each other about ETH.
That's
It was so good
that's so
time.
fun, dude. Especially too because it's like all of those parties, like they have like just blasting music, and like don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's super cool. But at the same time, like 70% of the people there are like just like the biggest nerds you'll ever meet, and where it's just kind of like partying is not really their thing, so they just go and shout above loud music to each other. It's just like the funniest thing ever. I love Web3, bro. It's amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. It's such a good time. Oh, a good space doodle on the timeline. A
Love it.
smoking space doodle, nonetheless, dude.
Smoking dude,
Serious.
I love him.
Let's see. What does Decrypt say? It's been a big week for Mog Coin as Elon Musk and other notable tech leaders adopted the rising Mog acceleration trend. Okay, I didn't realize that Elon Musk adopted Mog acceleration. Is it just because he wore like pit vipers on his PFP or something?
Well, dude, that's kind of my thing is that like I feel like there's a difference between like Mog and Pit Vipers because I feel like if you're in it and you know, then like obviously like it's Mog, right? But like also like I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes wore like Pit Vipers and like really popularized them, and like I don't think bro was mogging. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know
But
where that line.
was he mogging? Like that's the thing. It's cultural. Like has
Is.
Mog transcended? I mean, Pit Viper is like full. Like the account is fully Mog coded now. Like they are Moggers.
Wait, really? Like the
Oh
Pit
yeah,
Viper? I didn't
Pit
know
Viper
this.
loves Mog, dude. Like
That's
I
so.
mean, I don't normally break the timeline here, but we'll
Mhm.
for educational purposes here. We search yeah, Pit Viper shades, horny moggles.
That's so crazy, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, they fully mog. Like I think they got initially mogged when a bunch of moggers sent them pizza to their HQ, so it's like this weird like pizza meme I think that happened. So, it's a good time. Yeah, see look, literally if Mog actually is actually up for the ticker or whatever you'll send pizza to. Yep. See look.
That's amazing. I'm
The
so
Mog
down.
community sends pizza to the Pit Vipers HQ. It's like it's happened more than once.
That's so cool, bro. I love that. That's amazing. Dude,
Oh,
I feel like that's also
this is
like
good.
oh, that bangs. Yeah, that's so good. I also feel like that's the power of like Web3 communities though, because I feel like the only way that that happens with a company like Pit Vipers is just because you have so many psychopaths in your reply saying like get mogged on. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I feel like the power of Web3 communities is just it always blows my mind. And I think like a good example of it that I always refer to and talk about a lot is that when Doodles had their partnership with McDonald's, there was a tweet that was like Kai Cenat and Serena Williams are like playing tennis together on live stream. Um, and obviously Serena Williams is one of the greatest athletes of all time. Kai Cenat is like one of the most popular people in the world on the internet. And then right after that tweet was the Doodles collab tweet. And the Doodles collab tweet had over double engagement in every metric. It had double the retweets, double the likes, double the views, which is just wild. And like I can't help but believe that like that is like Web3 and that was like people having our back, showing up, like the Doodles community, obviously. Like it's crazy, man. It's so powerful, like what you can do with a hive mind and like working toward a goal together.
Dude, no, 100%. Like, I think that's honestly what turned Pit Vipers, like, made them think that Mog was cool. I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, like, I remember watching it happen, like, on the timeline. Whoever they, like, intern of the Pit Viper account was like, "Can someone send me a pizza?" And then it was like 10, 20 pizzas showed up. And it was like this whole thing, and the Mog community rallied around it. And they were just like, "What is Mog?"
It's
Like,
so good.
uh,
It's
but
amazing.
it was funny because like they weren't even aware. I remember them making like videos about it, and they're like, "Thanks, Mog community, I guess." Like I don't know what that is, but
You
appreciate you
blunt
all.
strangers on the internet, thanks for the food.
Thanks, muggers. No,
That's
but I
amazing.
mean that's so real. Yeah, when the Doodles community, when any kind of Web3 community comes out, it's a big deal.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Oh, we got Luna here. Luna with the fresh Wizzy Doodle, standing
Dude,
on
was it
business, really about it. This feels like a quote from a song, but I don't
I
know. For
know,
some reason, paired with a wizard doodle, like feels so funny. Like what?
I know, it's amazing. Also, dude, the Wizzy dudes were overdue for some good representation. They were overdue to have some homies, like, running it up, you know what I mean? So, congrats to Luna on the cop, bro. It's a great dude.
It's true, dude. You don't see that many wizzy dudes
Mhm.
on the PFPs anymore, which they're so legit. Oh, okay, okay. We got whale,
Whale.
wale,
I say
whale.
whale. That's what I say.
Well, yeah, I
And
guess we say whale now. We
I'm
say whale
probably I say whale
now.
now.
No, it was like I literally never get it right. Um, let's see here. Okay, he's crunching the numbies a little bit. Dude, does my man buy some doodles? He's got the 2 milli. Look at this guy. Okay, okay. We
Stacking.
won't get. I never do show more on That's a Scroll with Me rule. We never do show more. So
Fun.
sorry, whale. Whatever price predictions you made will live under the fold, as they say. It's like,
Absolutely.
oh, we got BZ turned a year old. That's so awesome. Have you messed with the claw or anything like that?
I haven't, but I've seen you tweet about it a good bit. What is it actually? It's just is it a card opening platform? Like I'm actually like horribly out of the loop on that. Give me the
Dude,
elevator pitch.
no, dude, it was so funny. I was at the airport in Dubai and I was wearing my Doodles hoodie, and this guy like looks over me. He's like, "Nice hoodie," and I was like, "Okay, I see you." Like, and we get to chatting. It turns out he was the former lawyer for Blur, and then like randomly we started talking about like collecting. He's like, "Yeah, I've been collecting Pokemon cards," and he goes like, "Yeah, BZ, I've spent thousands on
That's
BZ."
sick.
Like he didn't even know that I worked for Flow, and I was like, I love BZ.
Huh.
But so yeah, dude. So it's this digital. Well, one, it's like a RWA marketplace for like collectibles. So Pokemon cards, sneakers, One Piece, basketball, whatever. So you can like vault. You can send a Pokemon card into the Brinks vault, and then they give you an NFT. You can buy, sell, trade that, do whatever you want. But this right here is the claw, which is super fun. So the claw is a like digital claw machine. So you pay. They have one that's like $30, one's like 25 or something like that. So you
Mhm.
pull it, and then you get a random card, and it could be valued. Who knows? $10, $500, whatever. And you can either keep that card or they give you a 90% swap value on that card right there. So if you pull a really cool card, be like, I don't really want it, but it's worth a couple $100, you can just take the money.
That's sick.
So
That's a really, really cool feature that I feel like actually differentiates that a lot. Just because like
what?
for
Hmm.
me, I
What?
love gambling. I love fucking pulling claw machines, opening crates, ripping packs. You know what I'm saying? But the
Don't we all, dude? Don't we
exact
all? And it's like, and that's all hard coded into a smart contract that they wrote themselves, which is really cool. So it's like that swap value is baked in. So it's just like, I don't know, it's awesome. I think it's badass. Um, let's see here. I didn't realize that this is Clemente for a second. That's pretty awesome.
Dude, I haven't seen that. Clemente is such a character, bro. I'm a fan.
Dude, those Bodogo guys are always such a character here.
Funny.
What does Crypto Leon have to say? He says, I could party, be doing drugs, smoke, leave school. Instead, I am building something, trying to provide for my parents, having a good time with my friends, doing backflips in Dubai. All
Wholesome.
right. Wholesome. All right. Let's do a little refresh. We've been going for 20 minutes or so. Let's kick up the dust. Dude, basketball memes. Dude, I have never seen this many basketball memes on Scroll With Me, and now that you're here, it's all basketball memes.
Bro, it's coded. It's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? It's incredible. I'm seeing a doodle putt. I want to look at this though, just because doodle putt was
dude. Yeah, what is this about? It says Electric Eel says if you weren't a doodle putt, you wouldn't understand the kind of connections Doodles had back in 2022, and they haven't stopped since the partnerships keep getting crazier. Yeah, because this is like Johnny Walker. Yeah, that's funny. I forgot about that. Oh, is this a Poe app? Dude, this is kind of a Grail collectible, honestly.
Really? Dude, my love for like Poe apps and like just that kind of like small stuff has like increased greatly over the years. Just because like I don't know, like I'm a collector bozo, right? Like I'll fucking collect anything, newspaper clippings, baseball cards, football, like sports cards, whatever it may be. And like a really, really big thing for me growing up is like I would always collect tickets to sports games. And like this is obviously like one of the most obvious like comparisons, but just like being able to keep that memento and like being able to take it with you and not disappearing because it's on your Apple ID and the event expired, whatever it is, like I don't know, it's just cool and it's fun. So I've like my appreciation for Poe apps and just like proof of attendance and all that different kind of stuff has grown greatly over the years. I think it's really, really cool.
Dude, shout out to Cardno from Poe app, who's like always holding it down for the Dude Ranch events. He's always just putting us on. So more Poe apps coming for Dude Ranch, by the way.
Bro.
Dude, did you know that Ticketmaster gives NFTs for all of its concerts and like most sports games?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
A lot of people don't know this. And I'm not just shilling Flo, but I am. But so yeah, Flo mentioned. Anybody who goes to a sports game or a concert, you get an email after the fact that goes like, "Hey, like by the way, thanks for attending. And you can claim your digital collectible." So Ticketmaster is now has been for a while. It's the largest NFT collection in the world with around 80 million NFTs, about to be 100 million in the next little bit.
That's crazy, dude. That's so cool. That borderline makes me want to use Ticketmaster over like other stuff. I'm not gonna lie, that was the thing. That's sick.
I'm gonna pay the primary fee so I get the collectible. It's honestly kind of sick. Like the collectible you get, it like is this cool ticket. It has your seat number and everything, like the date, whatever. It just like looks cool, and I'm like, they actually did a pretty good job with it. So,
hell yeah, that's sick.
Okay, let's see what Blocks is saying. I think Blocks is in the Atari in the chat saying, "Sweet bro." This guy, dude. This guy. He's about to mint his Popkins by Klano or something. I don't know.
Bro, who even knows, dude?
With that ordinal PFP, dude.
This guy's a bozo. Get him out of here, man.
This guy.
I will say this is one of the best in the Doodles community. It's so good, bro. I'm such a fan.
100%. No, 100%. Juiced absolutely cooked with this. When I have Juiced making like 40 memes for Flow. Shout out Juice, killing it. But this was I was like, because Juice has like varying levels of quality, and like any artist, he's like, how fast you want it to get done, how much money do you want to spend, whatever. And I was like, it has to be this. Like this was the reference. Was this gift? I was like, exactly. It's like this good.
Yeah. Happy.
Oh, yeah. But do we got Blocks in the chat? I think so. We should at least read the tweet. You know what I mean? And I'll do him the solid of even opening the tweet. Oh no.
Nope. You're gonna take it below the fold. It was a mistake.
It was I thought there would be like 3 characters. Like, oh, I made a mistake. It's 283 characters. No.
Dude. I'm gonna check out the dissertation tonight. I'll get into it.
But we recognize it. We give a tip of the hat.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you. And we move on.
The effort was there and it was appreciated and noted. I'll get into it.
Popeyes absolutely cooked with this tweet.
That's so good, bro. That's amazing.
So good.
I'm such a fan of like the degeneracy arc that like I feel like borderline like it's kind of just like every company now has like an intern, right? Like quote unquote. And it's just cool to see, especially because like I feel like the evolution of it has been really interesting. Because the first company that I can remember like really behaving that way was Wendy's, like
It
way
was
way back
Wendy's.
in the day, like
Yep.
2014, 15, 2016. And it was just dumb stuff. Like they would just literally tweet McDonald's like, "Bro, your burgers suck." Like just like random like shots or whatever it
Yeah.
was. But at the time, everyone was like, "Oh, this is crazy! Like no other account does this." And now like Opera GX's main account is literally just an intern, like shit posting the whole day. That's what their entire account is, and it's one of my favorites. I love it.
Dude, I saw something interesting about this because yeah, Wendy's totally led the charge on this. Um, there's this guy on Instagram. He may be on TikTok too, but I'm so old, so I get all my stuff from Reels.
Mhm.
Um, but he always has this interesting like perspectives. He'll like do this video. He's like, and here's the post luxury status now thing. Like this is just like the way he articulates stuff. One of
Mhm.
them was about like the intern meta, right? And he was
Yeah.
basically saying how it's kind of cooked. And so he was saying that Wendy's led the charge, whatever. But then at some point now, it's become millennial cringe to have like this like intern meta. But weirdly enough, it's existed on Twitter because Twitter like lags behind culturally of other platforms in the
Mhm.
sense like Twitter uses and now literally as of like 2 weeks ago can you post a vertical video on Twitter and it appear in your timeline.
That's
Like
crazy.
everyone else is doing this horizontal stuff and it's like what is this YouTube, like
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So yeah, so now they're saying like the internship posting is kind of like millennial cringe, and then the next generation of stuff is going to be stuff where it's like brands being authentic and like caring, like giving a shit is going to be cool in a way. And he quoted Timothy Chalamet doing his speech at the Oscars, was like, who was just like, he's like, I poured my heart and soul into this. I'm in the pursuit of greatness, which a couple years ago would have been like, bro, that's so cringe. You're being a try hard, bro. Like, oh, cut it out. Like, but now
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
dude, for sure. Yeah, I think, and it's interesting too because it's like it's weird that it took took this long for that to become like a meta or like that evolution to happen because it's just like I don't know, it just seems like the one most people will get behind the easiest. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, hey, we're a corporation, but we actually do care about you. Like we're not bad people. You know what I mean? It just feels like it took forever to get to that spot. But I will say, like, I think that's probably you're actually probably right. Like that's gonna be the one that has like will probably be the
It's
next meta for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like craft is cool, right? Like
Yeah.
how much effort did you put in, right? How much do you care? Like, and they're actually saying this was the interesting part of the hit is he was saying that Crocs were a reflection of this like societal meta. Is like Crocs were so absurd that it's like
Mhm.
I really don't care. Like I can't. Like it's almost like I'm not. It's the fashion version of I'm not trying in a
Yeah.
weird way. I don't know. It was really trippy. It was like
Yeah.
he called it like absurdist or something like that, and that's a lot of this like meta talk shit. Like so I don't know. We'll see where that goes. So
Yeah. It'll be interesting though, for sure.
yeah, when Golden Wolf Craft arc, right? The BTS, maybe people
Dude,
will
right.
dig it.
Well, I also feel like a part of that is only going to increase and get bigger the more that we see AI progress. Like I very firmly believe that like
Mm,
don't get me wrong, like there will be a ton of people who use AI in their everyday life. They will fully embrace it. And obviously there will be a small sect of people who don't necessarily embrace it and they actually revert back and try to like as a point of rejection. But I think overall, one commonality that will shine through from that is just like the appreciation for handmade goods, the appreciation for craft, like you were saying, the appreciation for detail, effort, a human being making it. And I think that's going to be something that'd be really interesting too, because it's going to be this like dynamic of worlds intertwining that I don't think escape from each other. In fact, I think they pull each other one like closer together. And so I don't know. It'll just be interesting to see.
yeah, we kind of return to monkey, you know.
Exactly, bro.
Um, no, but yeah, they'll be like, okay, cool. Like I imagine it'd be some kind of like barbell in the way of like it may be AI generated, but like, do you care? Is it entertaining? Like, cool, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
But then like the opposite end of the spectrum is like craft, kind of, and that's like almost like a post influencer culture of like
Hmm.
following the same thing we already know, like following the person and not necessarily like what they're doing, like following that journey. Um, yeah, weirdly enough, Doodle's playing both ends of the spectrum, so
Oh, gotta
ahead
gotta
of their
appreciate
time,
gotta appreciate the barbell, man.
ahead of their time. Oh, we got my man. Speaking of Beezy, Dachshund Wizard is doing this thing. It's called Rip and Ship, where you can buy a pack from the marketplace or win it on the claw. and then set it aside to be ripped like from a few days time later by
That's
him
cool.
live on stream and then mailed
That's
to you, which is kind of cool.
That's really, really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like, dude, you want to see your pack get ripped by your favorite streamer? Like, it's a
Yeah.
great idea. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Oh, he just ate a card
Completely
on stream.
decimated that card, by the way.
He just ate a card.
Dude, we've had a few scroll with me first, bro. That's crazy. I know for a fact you've never seen someone eat a Pokemon card on this.
Oh, he's going for number 2, dude. The holographic. My
At
God,
this
dude.
point, we can't even scroll away right now. We got to keep watching. How many?
Yeah, we just have to watch. Oh my gosh, dude. No, Dachshund's great, and he's eaten plenty of Pokemon cards before, but the timeline provides in that like he usually only does it once, and so we just happen to stumble upon, dude. RIP stumble upon.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Also, Pokemon 151 by far the best pack they've released recently. So good, dude.
Dude, 151 definitely the best. There was this thing that we got. It was Mrs. Doolifts and I, our anniversary, and we got this like celebration box, and it had like all these like reprints and stuff like that. I don't know, but it was like hit after hit after hit, which is probably intentional, but it was like had the most dopamine per dollar spent for sure.
That's what's up.
151 was great. Let's keep going here. ETH holders walking into work tomorrow morning. Nice.
Ha.
Hell yeah.
Hey yo.
Yo, what is this?
Dude, scroll with me, Inception. Let's go.
Hey.
That's so
Dude.
Shout out, man, bro. What a guy.
Dude, Aton, crack it open the twisted tea. Love it. Love it. All right, we're about 30 minutes. Should we give it one final refresh? Oh yeah, look, it's getting stale. We're coming back.
Yeah.
One quick little refresh and see what the timeline provides.
Yeah, I will have to bounce here pretty soon. So, but let's get a few more scrolls in real quick.
Perfect. All right. Hey, Flo's tweeting. It's all good. And it was it me? Was it not? I'm here. How do you know? Yeah, let's see. Oh, dude.
That's so sick. Honestly, that's amazing. Shout out, like, dude.
Retweeting this, High Lifts and Pawky, retweeting this for sure.
So
dude, love this. Yeah, dude, that's a good. See, the timeline provides. This is a good note to end on, right? It's like,
yeah, I feel like that's the closeout point. That was perfect.
This is it. And dude, he tweeted this 10 minutes ago. We refreshed the timeline, and then I'm just saying,
dude, timeline giveth, and then giveth some more. That's the lesson of today's scroll with me.
Dude, it is the lesson of today's scroll with me. But dude, I super appreciate you coming on to hang out for 30 minutes. Like, I was kind of chuckling to myself, like, no pre-TGE team ever would let a team member break off and like go do something. You know what I mean? So it's like I very much appreciate you hanging out. Super excited about tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe we'll pop up a space later.
Dude,
you never know.
If you pop up a space on there, bro, let's run it. Make it happen, Captain.
Dude, anything you want to say to the audience before we sign off?
Dude, not a whole lot. Just appreciate you a ton for having me on. You've been killing it in the content game for a very, very long time. Watching your evolution as a content creator has been fucking just insanely cool to watch. So it's insane how much better the overall production has gotten. Just everything that you do just has like an incredible level of polish to it. And appreciate you having me on, dude. Tomorrow's gonna be great. It's a great day to be a doodle, and we're gonna rock out this weekend.
Hell yeah, dude. It's gonna be a badass weekend. I will say that getting a couple shout outs on the Portal hat, 8270, probably a little biased, all good. Mr. G says Portal hat goes too hard. So, once is a fluke, twice is confirmation. So there's product market fit for your hat, is all I'm saying.
Bro, listen, it's not actually, I can double up real quick. I've got the Portal hat.
C60, how do you get a Portal merch?
I've got Bathtub Dino here. So Bathtub
Dino
and the Portal hat are here for TGE. They're here to represent, you know what I'm saying? You got to hold the homies down. So
hold the homies down. Well, dude, thank you so much. I'll let you run. Like I said, for anybody watching, we got like 250 people watching right now. May host a doodle space later. We'll see. Be looking out on the timeline. We'll see you all tomorrow. And until our next scroll with me, we'll see you all on the timeline.